Hey guys, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. I had planned a goat update video for you today, but it wasn't supposed to be this kind of update. I actually got down to the barn this morning, finished up milking, went to let the kids out of the kidding stall, and one of the baby goats was dead. And this is a first for us here on our farm. We have had kids born dead, but we've never had them just wind up dying later on. This kid was 6 weeks old, and he has 2 living siblings that have some of the same symptoms that he had before he died. So we're gonna be looking at those girls today and making sure that they don't have the same outcome as their brother. Okay. Shh. So the baby goat that died was actually Cinnamon. It was Stormy and Sunny's triplet brother out of Fairley, and we're really sad about it. The worst thing about having an animal die on your homestead is not knowing, and I'm not comfortable not knowing. So I'm not going to show any of the details here, but I will tell you that I did open him up, did a little bit of a field necropsy on him, just so I could know exactly how to proceed with the rest of the herd. And the necropsy showed that he did die of coccidia. He had a coccidia protozoa bloom that was more than his system could handle, and essentially with that they die of internal bleeding. So really sad outcome that we don't want for any goat, but we especially don't want for our does. And so I am going to go ahead and treat Stormy today. If you remember, you've been with us a little while, a couple videos ago we did treat Sunny with a yucky butt, for a yucky butt, and she's already had her dose, but we have not treated Stormy yet, and I'd like to. The dosage for this medicine, this is what we use, it's called Baycox, is 1 ml per 5 pounds of body weight. So I just recently got this really cool little sling and this hanging scale so we can tell exactly how much Stormy weighs so we can dose her appropriately. And one of the things I really like about this medicine is that it's a one dose, a one and done type of solution for coccidia. So sorry. I'm so sorry. It's cold. This here is Sunny. Sunny is the one who cropped up with the symptoms first, and I did treat her the second that I saw that she had symptoms, and she's been great. So we're grateful for that, huh? Yeah. Hey girl. This is not the first time that we've seen coccidia pop up in our goat herd. We don't see a whole lot of it, and I was actually surprised to see it when we did, because usually coccidia is kind of more prevalent in more moist conditions, and it's actually been quite dry here. We had been begging for rain for weeks and weeks, and we finally just got some rain, but he had started his symptoms. All those little goats had started their symptoms before we got the rain. So I really like to focus on prevention rather than treatment. So I think what I'm gonna need to do is when I put the kids away at night in order to separate from their moms and do our kid share, I probably need to put fewer kids in the stall, because those cramped conditions and everybody pooping and peeing in the same spot, it's kind of a recipe for disaster. You're a good boy. I have been keeping a real close eye on all of the other butts of all of the other goats, and so far nobody else is showing any signs or symptoms besides Fairley's triplets, only those goats. Coccidia is one of those things that they eventually get a tolerance to, they get an immunity to, and so usually with older goats, if you see diarrhea, it's worms, but with younger goats, it's a good thing to consider coccidia. Pharaoh! Come here, Pharaoh. are you? Are you okay? I've noticed that our little boy Farrell here has also had a little bit of a yucky butt situation, and honestly, Farrell carries a lot of value for our farm. I have treated him for what I assumed was worms. I didn't run a fecal on him, I just made an assumption, but I think I'm gonna treat him anyways for coccidia, because when you get a death, it kind of kicks you into gear and makes you a little bit more nervous, hypervigilant. Whichever the case, you do a lot more after you have a death. So I really want to make sure that he's going to be okay. Come on, not you. Cindy, what happened, baby? So on to a much lighter topic. I actually weighed these 4 girls a week ago for different reasons. We've got Tori here, who is our purchased in mini La Mancha doeling, who I am starting to wean. So I want to make sure that she's still continuing to gain well while I'm weaning her. And then with Elpis's triplets, I want to make sure, because I did stop supplementing them, I want to make sure that they are still growing well. So I've got their weights here from a week ago, and we'll compare it to this week and see how well they're doing. Oh, Shindy. This one here is Tizzy. She is the smallest. Hang on. Stay right here. Last week she was 15.2 pounds. Uh-oh. Hang on. And this week she's 16 pounds, so that's pretty good. This is not a bottle. 16. You guys are impossible. Hang on. Just a second. Good girl, Shindy. 17 pounds. Good. 16.8. Very good. Whew. So all these goats are mini La Manchas. Tori, the last one I weighed, the one that I purchased in, she is more Nigerian than she is La Mancha, so she may be a little bit smaller and grow a little bit slower than these guys who are 50% La Mancha and 50% Nigerian dwarf. Tori is 8 weeks old and is at 20 pounds. She's over 20 pounds, and that's a good benchmark for a Nigerian. She does have a little bit of La Mancha in her, so maybe she should be a little bit bigger. However, with mini La Manchas, it's kind of the luck of the draw, whatever genetics they get. Some of them wind up smaller, some of them wind up bigger. They really are hybrids, and their genetics aren't stabilized until about the 6th generation. So in looking online, it seems that about a pound should be about the minimum that they need to gain every week at these ages. Tori's 8 weeks old and these guys are 5 weeks old. And it looks like the one that gained the most this week was Tizzy. She gained almost a pound, but not quite a pound. So we still probably should supplement them, although they are growing on just mama's milk and pasture. But an extra bottle a day isn't gonna hurt them, and we have the milk. Our biggest mini La Mancha in the whole barn right now is little Breezy here. I'm not sure how much she weighs, but it is plenty, whatever it is. She's kind of huge, huh? Don't worry about me, I'm just messing with your feet. Eat your food. you're gonna get out on too. Good girl. I know, is that weird? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. Breezy is 28 pounds. What a big girl. Baloo. Hello, Baloo. Baby. Look. Look what I have. Come here. Can you get out? Nope. Good. You're a handsome boy. You are. Whoop. Hold on. Get a blowout. $25 pounds. Whew. Good job. So that right there is the benefit of being a single baby. They're already born really big, and then they have that udder all to themselves. So these two singletons are really growing well. Hullabaloo is gorgeous. He's gorgeous all around. He's got this really sleek, shiny fur. And I've noticed that he does have, it's kind of hard to tell right now, but with bucks, you really try to look for that dairy skin, that nice soft skin that gets all those little ripples in it. I can feel on him that he does have very dairy skin, which doesn't surprise me. His mom, Calamity, has the softest udder in the entire herd. So we're excited to use him and get that soft udder in as many places as possible. Ready to go back? Yeah, he's pretty content. Life on the farm is pretty darn unpredictable. I mean, you prepare yourself for things like loss, but it still catches you off guard. These kinds of things happen kind of no matter how well you take care of your herd. These kinds of things happen. Death just happens. They say where there's livestock, there's dead stock. And there's actually a really great podcast put out by Roots and Refuge. I'm going to put it in the description box below. It's titled something like Death on the Farm, and it is such a good listen if you have the time. Also, if you're really interested in seeing a full necropsy, I did take a full video that shows the inside of a goat, and I'm going to link that up here. And if you're interested in learning about how to do fecals on your farm, I think that's a very valuable thing to learn. I'm going to put the video for that down here.